The biggest problem is we need a mayor of New York City, not a deputy to the White House.
One thing we have to say loud and clear, Mayor Eric Adams created the mess happening in New York City right now. The mayor created the immigration crisis in New York City. When everyone in the country was calling out President Biden because President Biden left the border wide open for anyone to come in, Texas was crying out for help. Everybody could see something has to be done. The mayor, instead of calling out President Biden, he said New York City is open for the illegal migrants. The mayor welcomed the illegal migrants to New York City. And guess what? The migrants, they heard that and they came by the millions. Since the illegal migrants arrived in New York City, they have been living more comfortable than most American citizens. They have been given nice hotel rooms, free food, even pocket money. My grandma used to say, it's never too late to do the right thing. So now the mayor is trying to do the right thing by working with President Trump in order to fix the mess that the mayor has created. We must not forget, again, the mess that the mayor has created. But of course, the radical Democrats are going to be against Mayor Eric Adams trying to work with President Trump in order to fix the disaster happening in New York City.
Let's begin with the news of the week, and really just beginning with the charges that were supposed to be dropped that haven't been yet, with this key phrase of without prejudice, meaning they could come back, right? When all of that happened, what was your reaction?
You know, I want to bring us back to maybe even a year ago when everything we were told is that this investigation doesn't even center around the mayor. And from that time period, everything we heard has been misinformation or lies. It is a painful space to be in. I just got to tell you, as a black man who's a citywide elected official, this is happening to another black man who's another citywide, more powerful citywide elected official. So it's painful to watch this and to have to respond to it.
These radical Democrats, every time they speak, they have to bring out either race or gender. Every time they open their mouth, they have to talk about gender. What does that have to do? Whether you a black man, Asian man, white man, this is how they start by creating division. He has not even said nothing. He already brings out race.
But it is very clear that this mayor cannot be the mayor of this city. He cannot govern this city with charges held over his head. The quid pro quo is written in black and white from the DOJ. Daniel Sassoon from the Southern District made it even more explicit that this is what they wanted. And the meetings for the quid pro quo are happening as we speak.
So Adams' attorney, Alex Spiro, came out with a statement denying that this was a quid pro quo. You disagree?
I mean, I have tried to be measured how I talked about this. But when it comes to black and white, when the DOJ themselves wrote a letter saying we didn't look at any of the evidence, so this is not about guilt or innocence, but what we are saying is we need you to help us with some of our priorities like immigration. And by the way, we can return these charges back to you at any point in time.
Now, like the Department of Justice said, listen, we did not look at the evidence. We're not saying we are sending this case in the garbage. We are just saying we're going to put it on the side because right now we have more important things to worry about, such as the national security of this country, right? Because there are millions of illegal migrants that came in. We don't know who they are. Some of them are already committing crime. Therefore, let's put the focus on them. I think it makes total sense. Let's the mayor focus on fixing that problem because we don't know who these people are. So for you to say, you know what, no, we want to use the American taxpayers' money to prosecute the mayor instead of trying to kick these people out, for you to put the prosecution of the mayor as the priority over kicking out the criminals, yes, it's obvious that it was a politically motivated prosecution. This is the man that wants to become the mayor, because if Mayor Eric Adams resigns, he's the next man in line. He's saying prosecuting Mayor Eric Adams should be more important than deporting the criminals that came to this country illegally.
Should he resign? Do you think, as public advocate right now, that he should resign?
Well, we should put out a statement saying I would call for him to resign, but they would require him show a care about New York City over himself.
And that's why people like President Trump, that's why people like the brothers or Tom Homan, people that are not afraid to respond to a question. Obviously, anyone with half a brain can tell you want the mayor to resign. You want the mayor to resign. You have a strong incentive because you would become the mayor. So for you, you don't even have enough balls to say, yes, I want the mayor to resign. You're still trying to beat around the bush. That shows the type of leader I cannot even say leader. That shows the type of person you are. And this is how these radical Democrats, that's what they've been doing for the past tens of years. They never give you a direct response. They always BSing. Do you want the mayor to resign? Own it. Be a man about it. Yes, I want the mayor to resign. Stop the BS.
But I will make it clear that he cannot be the mayor of this city and govern this city the way it needs to be governed. This is a national story. People are looking at this. If this can happen to the largest city, one of the most powerful mayor, where the Trump White House can just say, I'm going to make you do whatever I need to do, then what is to say about any other mayor in this country?
First of all, it's not about the Trump White House saying the mayor is going to do what the Trump White House wants the mayor to do. Number one, the American people have voted for President Trump. Can we start there? The American people said, Mr. President, we heard what you said that you're going to do. We heard your immigration plan. We heard X, Y, and Z. We heard your plan about government total reform. We heard everything. We are here for it. Sign us in. So this is the American people that have spoken. So what the mayor is doing is exactly what most New York City residents want. They want all these illegal migrants to leave their city. That's what they've been asking for. And that's exactly what the mayor is trying to do right now, working with President Trump.
So let me ask it a different way. If he doesn't resign, should the governor remove him?
I think we as a city need to do everything we can. That includes our power to vote, to make sure that we have a new mayor. And I want everyone who has the power to do that.
But that's different than the question of should she remove him?
Yeah. Trying to make sure I'm as measured as possible.
You see again? These stupid radical. It's so. Own it. Yes, I want the mayor to resign. Yes, if the mayor does not resign, I would want the governor to remove him. Just own it. Stop being a pee about it. But of course, guys, remember I said this. If the mayor resigns, this man you are looking at right now, his name is Jumaane Williams. He will destroy New York City. Remember I told you guys, he would destroy New York City worse than California. This man has said many times that he believes New York City has too many police officers. This man has said, defund the police. This is the man that wants to be in charge of New York City. Hell no.
40% of our city are immigrants, and they're all scared. It's just not about illegal, not illegal. There are people who are losing their status. And by the way,
no, it is about legal and illegal. That's exactly what it is about. If you are a legal migrants here in New York City, you have nothing to worry about. So yes, Mr. Jumaane Williams, whatever the heck your name is, it is about legal versus illegal. There's no legal migrants here in New York City that has any problem.
The biggest problem is we need a mayor of New York City, not a deputy to the White House.
So if you were to become mayor, I know you're measured because you could be next. Does that mean you run in the primary?
Nothing means anything. So what's clear in the charter is the line of succession.
Right.
All that, it's 90 days. All you're supposed to do at that time period is make sure that people understand that government is still running. 911, 301 will be called and answered, and the garbage will be picked up. Garbage is very important to be picked up. That would be my primary focus, and then we have to figure out the politics as we go. We're not there yet, and so everything I'm doing as public advocate and making sure that we're using our office to refocus New Yorkers, and particularly the hundreds of thousands of public sector workers, the agency heads, the commissioners, who are not getting the leadership right now. We said in another letter, it's clear what happens if the mayor is actually out of the position.
Yeah.
It's less clear when he's abdicating his duties and actually in the position.
It's a good segue to the next conversation, which is why I invited you here, which was to talk about your race for public advocate. And it feels, it's very up in the air of what exactly that's going to look like if you are, right now you're running as public advocate, but that could change.
So let's be real, guys. What are the responsibilities of a public advocate for this person to be making close to $200,000 in New York? What type of important work you are doing to be making $200,000? And these are people that never had a real job before. Look at the background. They've never worked a day in their life at a very credible institution. Now they just come into public office making $200,000 doing absolutely nothing. No wonder they are losing their mind over Doge. No wonder. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. It's gonna help me with the algorithm. And then leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think as I continue to create more videos to fight these radical Democrats, these leftist sick ideologies. But always a good time. Stay safe. I see you in the next video.